In this is part 2 of this video. We'll look at drawing a Bohr model for the ion. In grade 10, you only need to be able to draw Bohr models up to atomic number 20, which is calcium. Once you start getting into the larger elements, the rules that we've learned don't always apply. Um, so what you'll be doing is in the first energy level, 2 electrons, second energy level 8 electrons, third energy level can hold up to 8 electrons, and that's 16, 18, so that already takes us into almost as far as we would need to go. Any remaining electrons could go in the next energy level. So for the ion, the nucleus is going to be exactly the same. Now, we've talked about why atoms form ions. The, uh, the result of forming an ion is a particle that has a lower energy overall. Another way to say that is it's more stable. And the particle is more stable if it has a full shell or full energy level. In the case of non-metals, like the oxygen here, it would get a full outer shell by gaining 2 electrons. So we'll draw the first energy level is exactly the same. Oh, I drew this one a little differently. Okay, so that was our first energy level was 2, and we'll draw the same 6 that I drew before, like that. And it's going to gain 2 more electrons to make 8. And these 2, I'll just draw them as x's just so it's clear that these these have joined to make the ion. So it's got 8 electrons in its outermost level now. 8 is the magic number in most cases, and so it's called the octet rule. In the case of a metal, we'll do it very similarly, except for a metal to become an ion, it's going to lose electrons. So it's essentially losing an energy level. All of the electrons from the outermost level would be lost, and you're left with the next energy level down, which would be full. One other thing to point out is that when you draw a Bohr model for an ion, whether it's a non-metal ion or a metal ion, because it has a full outer shell now, it's going to have the same electron configuration as a noble gas. You might remember the noble gases like helium, argon, etc., the last group on the periodic table. They don't react, or they don't react very easily because they already have a full outer shell. They don't need to lose electrons or gain electrons. And so that's why ions will have the same electron configuration, because they have full outer shells as well. Okay, try drawing a few other Bohr models of the first within the first 20 elements for practice.